I've just seen the most awesome fan movie made over a year ago, Thrawn, Star Wars Heir to the Empire, Thrawn, based on Timothy Zahn's books, book 1, 2, and 3. Part 1 is obviously book 1. Now, I haven't read the books, seen Rebels, haven't seen any of the cartoons. I'm going by the comments on this in YouTube that this follows the books. And I've just watched it. It's an hour and 49 minutes. And all this does is show me how utterly pathetic Disney is and how utterly devoid of any kind of talent, imagination, or whatever is in Lucasfilm. That a guy sitting in his mum's basement, let's insult him by saying he's sitting in his mum's basement with a laptop or some shit, can put out something that's far more entertaining than Disney can. When Kathleen Kennedy says, those other movies had source material to run with, and, we've had to make it all up. Bullshit. Complete bullshit, KK. Timothy Zahn, Heir to the Empire, from what I can see, this should have been the trilogy that comes after Luke and his father destroy the Death Star, destroy the Emperor, and they win. Part 6 is done. This should have been part 7, not the crap girl power Rey shit. Not that. Certainly not Rian Johnson's baloney. What do we get in this? We get Han, Luke, and Leia together. That's all people wanted. And of course, Chewie's there as well. We get action. We get to see a real villain. Now, this Thrawn is smart. The one in Ahsoka was a complete moron. All this raving about how brilliant Thrawn is as a tactician, and all I see in the Ahsoka Thrawn is a complete moron. Now, sure, people want to do mental gymnastics and try and justify, they were so insignificant he left them alone. Well, no, he could have just wiped the problem out and it's done. Now, in this, what do I see? I see a little problem happens. I'll give you a spoiler because if you're going to see it, you're going to see the spoiler. You'll know this anyway. It happens right near the start. When the rebel fleet, a small rebel fleet, finds him, his commander or captain says, we'll prepare to, power up the ship and we'll piss off with light speed. And Thrawn says, no, let's just engage them a little bit first, find something out, and then says, right, now we'll do something. And, people are like, but I don't understand. He goes, you don't have to understand, just obey me and you'll see. Next thing you know, he's wiped out the whole fleet. That's certainly not the Thrawn that we got in Ahsoka. That Thrawn was a complete dickhead. This Thrawn is smart. And then he's doing things and I'm thinking to myself, I wonder why he's doing that. And then next thing you know, how smart was that? He was doing this over here so he could be prepared for his next move over there, which was giving him something else for the next move that he wanted to come. So he's 3 moves ahead. Now, you can't write a character smarter than yourself. So all this does, and from what I understand, this is based on book 1, and all the comments are telling me it's exactly like book 1, scene for scene, of Timothy Zahn's Heir to the Empire. All it does is show me how incompetent a writer Dave Filoni is, and if they have a writer's room, I have to ask, what credentials does someone need to become a writer on these shows? Because these shows seems to have shitloads of writers everywhere. What were they doing before the show? Writing? What were they writing? Where did they come from? Where did all these writers come from to fill the blanks in for all these writers' rooms? What credentials did they need? Because as far as I can tell, they're shit. Timothy Zahn writes a strong Thrawn. This Thrawn's great. He takes people out. Takes them out. If someone doesn't need to be taken out, but maybe just scared a little, well, he'll do that. Otherwise, let's just take them all out. You failed me, I'll kill you too. This is the Thrawn I want to see. I want to see a smart Thrawn who does what he needs to do to get shit done. Not some dickhead Thrawn like Dave Filoni. Like I said, All this shows me is how incompetent Disney is. That a guy in his basement, maybe with some friends and family doing voices, he did all the animation himself. He can do something far more entertaining than 90% of the garbage Star Wars that Disney has put out. That's all that this shows me. Yes, the graphics are like PlayStation 2. Who cares? It's entertaining. And if this is the Timothy Zahn trilogy, I want to see more, because after an hour and 49 minutes of watching this, I was left hanging. I'm like, oh, that's the end of part 1? Damn. When's part 2 coming out? Now, of course, he has to, animate, voice, and do the whole thing. So it's going to take him a long time to get through them all. But still, this is absolutely brilliant. Link down below if you haven't seen it. If you have seen it, let me know what you think. If you've read the books, also let me know what you think of Thrawn in comparison. Because if this is scene for scene from the books, I like this Thrawn. He's got a head on his shoulders. The Ahsoka Thrawn, moron. This Thrawn, genius.